Imagine this. You're home, scrolling on your phone, the usual sounds of your refrigerator humming, the city lights glowing outside. Then, in an instant, everything stops. The lights flicker and die. Your phone has no signal. The silence is sudden and total. In the darkness, confusion spreads across your house, your neighborhood, your entire city. This isn't just a quick power outage. This is a total blackout, and nobody knows when things will be back to normal. Blackouts are no longer just a plot for a movie. They're a growing threat in our hyper-connected world. A cyber attack, a natural disaster, or even political conflict could trigger one. In the first 7 days, they're the most critical. Supplies run low, communication breaks down, and society walks a fine line between order and chaos. Would you be ready if everything just stopped? Right now, the line between everyday life and sudden disruption is thinner than we think. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what happens in the first week of a nationwide blackout, and more importantly, what you can do to prepare, step by step. The first 60 minutes after the lights go out are crucial. In that initial moment of shock, your instincts are put to the test. But this first hour isn't about panic. It's about smart, calm action. First, check on your family or anyone you're with. Make sure everyone is safe and accounted for, especially kids, the elderly, or anyone with medical needs. Next, secure your home, lock your doors and windows, and gather everyone in a central safe spot. Now, assess the situation. Is the power out just in your home, on your street, or does it stretch as far as you can see into the distance? If you have a battery-powered radio, now's the time to tune in for any official updates. Go easy on your phone's battery. Avoid making unnecessary calls or trying to get online because cell towers might go down soon anyway. Use flashlights for light, not candles. They're a serious fire risk. Most importantly, stay calm. Panic spreads fast and leads to bad decisions. Your preparedness is your best defense. The actions you take in these first few moments will set the tone for the hours and days ahead. The difference between panic and preparedness could mean everything. Once the initial shock wears off, your most urgent concern becomes water. When the power goes out, water pumps and treatment plants can fail, and your taps might run dry sooner than you think. Without water, survival is measured in days, not weeks. The first thing you need to do is secure what you have. While there's still pressure in the pipes, fill every available container. Your bathtub, sinks, pots, and bottles. This one simple action can buy you precious time. Next, you need to ration your supply. Plan for at least 1 gallon of water per person, per day. That's for drinking and essential hygiene. And don't forget about the hidden sources of water in your home. Your water heater tank and even the tank of your toilet, not the bowl, can provide extra reserves. If you run out, you can collect and purify rainwater or melted ice. Purification is absolutely critical. Boil water if you can. If not, use water purification tablets or a filter. In a real pinch, a few drops of regular household bleach per gallon can make water safer to drink. In a blackout, abundance turns into scarcity in a heartbeat. Securing and managing your water supply right away can make all the difference between comfort and crisis. When the refrigerator goes silent, what's for dinner? In a blackout, modern convenience vanishes and old-school resourcefulness becomes your best friend. The food in your fridge and freezer is now on a timer. Start by eating the perishable items first, things like milk, eggs, leftovers, and anything that will spoil quickly. Keep the fridge and freezer doors shut as much as possible to trap the cold air and buy yourself a few extra hours. As time passes, you'll shift your focus to your shelf-stable foods. A good blackout pantry should have things like canned goods, dried beans, rice, pasta, nut butters, and energy bars. Foods that need little to no cooking. If you have a manual can opener, you're already ahead of the game. Plan simple meals that use as little water and fuel as possible, and try to avoid foods that need refrigeration or long cooking times. Safe storage is also key. Protect your food from pests and keep it in a cool, dry place. Ration your supplies carefully, especially if the outage drags on for days, and try to avoid waste by only preparing what you can eat in one sitting. Without a working fridge, leftovers can go bad and become unsafe very quickly. In a blackout, every single meal is a test of your planning and adaptability. In the dark, safety becomes your #1 priority. When the power fails, your home can go from a place of comfort to a place of vulnerability in an instant. For light, rely on battery-powered flashlights and lanterns, and make sure you have plenty of extra batteries on hand. As I said before, try to avoid using candles. While they seem like an easy solution, they are a major fire risk, especially when you're moving around in unfamiliar or cluttered spaces in the dark. Staying warm or cool will depend on the season. In cold weather, gather everyone into a single room to conserve body heat. Use extra blankets and wear layers of clothing. If you have a safe, approved alternative heat source, like a wood stove or a properly rated indoor portable heater, use it carefully and make sure there's good ventilation to prevent carbon monoxide buildup. In hot weather, block sunlight with curtains, stay hydrated, and rest during the hottest parts of the day. Home security is just as important. Lock all your doors and windows. Keep a phone or a whistle nearby so you can signal for help if you need to. And check on your neighbors, especially the elderly or those who live alone. It's a good idea to set up a buddy system for added safety. In a blackout, comfort is quickly replaced by caution. By preparing for light, heat, and security, you can protect your family and maintain your peace of mind, even when the world outside feels so uncertain. When the world goes silent, how will you know what's happening? In a blackout, staying informed and connected is vital for both your safety and your sanity. That battery-powered or hand-crank radio becomes your lifeline, delivering emergency updates when the internet and TV are completely down. Keep extra batteries or a solar charger ready for your essential devices. Remember to use your phone sparingly to save the battery for real emergencies. Text messages often get through when calls don't, so use SMS to check in with family and neighbors. It's also a great idea to establish a neighborhood network, share information, pool resources, and check on each other regularly. Don't waste your precious battery power on rumors or unverified news. Stick to official sources and avoid traveling around just to see what's happening. It's much safer to stay put unless the authorities advise you otherwise. In a blackout, isolation can be dangerous. Smart communication keeps you connected, informed, and ready to respond as the situation changes. Surviving the first 7 days of a blackout isn't about being a lone wolf. It's about smart preparation, staying calm, and working together. By taking these steps, you're not just surviving, you're taking control in a chaotic situation. In this scenario, survival isn't just about food and water, it's a battle fought in the mind. In a prolonged blackout, fear and uncertainty can be just as dangerous as the physical challenges. They creep in, spreading panic and hopelessness. But keeping yourself and your family calm, focused, and positive is a skill you can learn, and it's one of the most important preps you can have. Your mindset is your greatest asset. So, how do you build this mental resilience? It starts with structure. In a world thrown into chaos, routines are your anchor. Set regular times for meals, even if they're simple. Schedule daily check-ins where everyone can talk. Assign simple chores. This familiar rhythm creates a sense of normalcy and control when everything else feels out of control. It reminds everyone, especially children, that life goes on and that you are managing the situation together. Next, don't underestimate the power of entertainment. When the screens are dead, our creativity comes alive. Break out the board games and playing cards. Read books aloud by candlelight or flashlight. Tell stories, share memories, or even create your own family play. Simple physical exercises can also do wonders, releasing endorphins and burning off anxious energy. These activities aren't just distractions. They are vital tools for lifting spirits, fostering connection, and reminding you that joy can exist even in the darkest of times. Emotional support is the glue that holds everything together. Acknowledge that it's okay to be scared or frustrated. Encourage everyone to talk about their feelings. Listen without judgment. Children in particular will look to you for cues. They need constant reassurance that they are safe and that things will eventually get better. Your calm confidence becomes their shield against fear. Remember, you're a team, and supporting each other is your primary mission. Hope is your most powerful tool. It's the fuel that keeps you going. Remind yourself and your loved ones that blackouts, no matter how severe, are temporary. This crisis will pass. Celebrate the small victories along the way. Did you figure out a creative way to cook a meal? Share a laugh over a silly joke? These moments are deposits in your emotional bank account. Despair can spread like a virus in the dark, but resilience is built one positive moment at a time. By focusing on your mindset and morale, you transform a crisis into a challenge you can overcome together. Preparation is what gives you the confidence to lead. Let's make it real with a 7-day action plan. Think of this as your roadmap for the first week of a major blackout. Day 1 is about immediate priorities. Secure your water sources, fill bathtubs and any available containers. Check on every member of your family and your immediate neighbors. Do a quick inventory of your supplies so you know exactly what you're working with. Day 2 is about food management. Start by eating the perishable items from your refrigerator and freezer before they spoil. Then organize your shelf-stable foods. Create a rationing plan to ensure your supplies last as long as possible. Smart resource management on Day 2 prevents hunger on Day 10. Day 3 focuses on safety and security. Set up safe, non-flammable lighting like LED lanterns and headlamps. Avoid open flames like candles whenever possible, especially for overnight use. Walk your property and review your home security measures. A blackout can unfortunately attract unwanted attention. Day 4 is about communication and community. Establish your family's communication plan. If you have walkie-talkies or a ham radio, make sure everyone knows how to use them. Check on your neighbors again, especially the elderly or vulnerable. Building a small community network is a powerful force multiplier. Day 5 is dedicated to hygiene and sanitation. These are critical for preventing illness. Use your stored water wisely for washing. Have a plan for managing human waste if the plumbing isn't working. A clean camp is a healthy camp, and your home is now your camp. Day 6 is all about morale, just as we discussed. Intentionally implement those routines and entertainment. Play a game, read a book, do a group activity. After 5 days of stress, actively boosting spirits is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Day 7 is for review and adaptation. What's working? What isn't? Reevaluate your food and water supplies. Listen to your emergency radio for any updates from authorities. Stay alert and be ready to adapt your plan as the situation evolves. Regret is easy. Readiness takes work. You have the knowledge now. Take the time to prepare, not just with gear, but with a plan and a resilient mindset. Face the possibility now, so you can face the reality with confidence and calm. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you stay prepared and empowered. Stay safe out there.